mind, and I'm not trying to get all conspiracy or whatever, but they did the same thing with Dolly Parton and Tim Curry. They're both dead at 80, and they did the thing with the wrestler China and Prince the same day. I think it was 420 years ago, and they did the same thing with Michael Jackson and Farrah Fawcett. I'm not quite sure what's going on, but it's a lot of stuff us as, like, I guess, watchers, fans, it's a lot of stuff that they do that we really don't know about. But I was like, I have to talk about this. Excuse the lighting, excuse the video angle, because I've been having a lot of phone trouble. This motherfucker will literally cut off if you even move it slightly. So I have to like lean it a certain way, just to, get a message out and whatnot. But I just find it very strange that they disappear. They do it with man, woman. Like, it's only, if you look and read between the lines, they do it just a few skips and jumps apart, meaning like they do it a few years and a few months apart from the next one. And sometimes they'll wait a few years and do it again. And it's just crazy that people hasn't, they haven't really caught on. But that was just something that I wanted to talk about, because I'm like, okay, it's something strange going on in Hollywood that we don't know about, like I said. But it's like, how are they able to get away with this? And then, whenever you see the COD, cause of death, they'll tell you a completely different story on the regular web. You go to the fucking the Wikipedia of the celebrity whoever, kind of famous, and the way that they kick the bucket, and and it's just weird because it's a lie. But when you download Tor, the Onion root, basically it's like a private browser, and you can access a lot of the stuff on the deep web and the dark web. And it's crazy that you get the actual footage of what happened. And it's like, you're really reading a lie. If you think about it, you're reading a lie, because on Wikipedia, they'll tell you what you want to hear to make it just sound like, oh, that's common, whatever, death, and it's not that. There's no such thing as getting too old to live, because I've seen y'all. I don't know if y'all knew about the lady who smoked the majority of her life. She was born in 1896, and she's 123 years old. And she still smokes cigarettes occasionally, but she has like I guess it's a channel that shows like fitness and working out and stuff. And if you think about it, she was in good health, if you think about it. Despite her just being 80, she was kind of up in age, but she was still pretty well to do with. My grandma lived to be 97 years old, and she didn't die until I was 26. But that was definitely something that people should, look and read between the lines on, especially something like that, because they get away with so much stuff that they don't want us to know about. They do a lot of shit that they know that we're not going to catch on to, and probably won't even know about until you actually do some research on it and stuff. But once you start doing your research on it, you're going to be more brave, I guess. Shut up, Dexter. Anyways, if you look on the deep web, they'll show you what actually happened and all that other shit. Shut the fuck up. Get over here. Come here. Come on. Come on, asshole. Sorry, guys. Hang on just a second. Quit whining. You are such a pussy. Anyways, I got a badass baby with me. Oh, man. But I just thought, we should know about that, and people should definitely throw that as topic on the table. And it's just weird that Mike and, the Farrah Fawcett incident, and then, the Michael Jackson thing, and the Prince in China, now Dolly and Tim. I don't know what's going on, but a lot of people, I encourage you all to start doing research, because they're lying to your face on the news. And it's crazy, because the news was supposed to be like the number one source, but now we can't even trust them. You have to go on the internet to find out the truth. And, it's good that we do have the deep web, and it's good we have certain whatever now, but all it's going to take is one person that has a one criminal mind and can take that and do something bad with it, and it can be used, against you. And, basically they need to chill with all this AI crap. You know what I mean? I don't follow trends. I'm old school. Shout out to Carnage. Shout out to Chaos. Shout out to Chris Carney. Shout out to my little sister Gitsy. But it's just unfucking real. You know what I mean? And it's sad when you can't find the true information on the regular web, like I said. And it's just crazy, because the people that they go and, off or whatever. They pretty much mind their own business. And if you look at YouTube now, the rappers Monoxide and Madrox from Twisted, they refuse to sell out. And, you know, they got a few thousand subscribers, but you already know the Twisted is the shit. But ICP, they went mainstream, and they got all these fans, million subs and stuff. And I'd hate to agree, you know, but hey, Twisted is right. Fuck all that mainstream crap, because once you do all that famous crap, your personal life is no longer your own. You know what I mean? So, and I got another buddy of mine, you know, at the Wrestling Academy, the shirt that I'm wearing. I don't know if y'all can see it, but yeah. And he told me, he's like, I wouldn't even want to get famous if I were you, Alex. I'm like, why is that? He said, because basically what I just said, and you never know whenever your time is going to run out. You signed this deal, this contract. They did the same thing with John Lennon before we were alive. And, you know, we had to read about it whenever we finally got Wikipedia, the net and all that. And it's just crazy that this shit, like something's not adding up. You know what I mean? How the fuck are you going to get rid of another icon and then, you know what I mean, go to the next person, do the same thing? And if you think about it, this Illuminati crap, they go after man and then woman, then man. You just got to look at, you know, how, I don't know how to put it, but it's just something's not adding up. But anyways, yeah, I'd rather just, you know, do wrestling with my buddies here, and I don't really give a fuck about no fame. 10, 15 views is good enough for me, because if you think about it, YouTube's numbers try to fuck you up with this algorithm. Oh, you only got 20 subs. I'm like, man, you got to think about it. You got 20 men with royal blue bandanas getting out of the car at the same time. That's a lot of motherfuckers. 15 people, that's a lot of motherfuckers. There was another buddy of mine, hey man, I just got to jump by some tampons. Like, wait, what? And I was like, what happened? Oh, it was 10 bloods. That's a lot of motherfucking slobs. You know what I mean? But don't let bigger numbers, you know what I mean, discourage y'all from making content, because I just wanted to get this out here. And you already know I don't really give a fuck about no certain number of subs. On my other channel, I got like 2,000. Don't really give a shit, because I don't interact with none of them on there anyway. And the majority of those hoes are fake, or either just some kind of fucking that scam group from, what is it? Polynesian? I don't know. It's some kind of Polynesian scam group, and they're just all on there pretending to be martial artists and stuff. Y'all know about Comedy Ninja. But anyways, it's just crazy how they just try to put the bullshit on the web, and, you know, really basically confirming this is how that person died. And you don't find out how that person actually died until you go to the deep web and read about it. And then when you read about it and do your research, you can, you know, confirm, hey man, the news is lying. The people that are on the broadcast, they're lying. And there's a lot of compilations on just YouTube, like we are now, that'll show that some of the news is fake. They basically say the same shit, different state, different broadcast, different news anchor, and you line them all together. They're all saying the same shit, reading from a fucking script. It doesn't matter where you watching the hell. You could watch the news over in the United Kingdom. They're going to say the same thing that we're saying on our news channels. Only difference is they got William Regal talking, and over here they have fucking Madman Pondo talking. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah. Basically just type in the news is a lie, and you'd be surprised what comes up now. And then they got this one commercial, and like I said, AI can be used for bad too. You go on there, and you see a lot of the people on the news and shit and all these content creators. I'm like, man, y'all are going crazy over these bitches that look plastic. And then when you motherfucking go to their profile, they got this thing on there. I don't know if y'all seen this ad. It's some hot mixed chick. She's another mulatto like me. And she goes, yeah, AI's taking over and da-da-da-da-da, right? But she looks like a regular person. And at the end of the video, she's and I'm proof of it. I'm like, what does she mean? She's like, I'm not even real. And you know, the chick breaks down, vanishes, and then it shows like all the stuff, like the keys, you know, like the Matrix screen with the green numbers and everything. And when you look at it, like the fucking the pattern, that's really like when the video goes off, you could just see that like briefly, and then it just flashes off. But they're basically telling us stuff subliminally with these subliminal messages and shit. And I don't even see how they're able to get away with some of this stuff. It's just crazy. And I'm like, damn, I just went to his Wikipedia and people on news, oh, he had a heart attack. No, your favorite, whatever, didn't have a heart attack. Those motherfuckers in the shaved heads, the guys with those motherfucking tuxedos and the goddamn triangle tattoo in the back of the chrome dome with the shades in the bald head, the guys that drive those limousines, those are the motherfuckers coming to motherfucking, you know, basically they play the Grim Reaper. They signed this motherfucking shit. You're gonna be famous for such and such, however long, and then when you don't accept it, then something's bad gonna happen. But then when you try to go against them, like Martin Lawrence, and he's got like I think what like a few thousand subscribers maybe, and fucking the reason why Martin Lawrence doesn't have all of the subscribers like, you know, Will Smith and all the guys willing to do a lot of this gay shit, you know what I mean? Putting on that dress, pulling fucking RuPaul, knowing damn well you like pussy. But they're going to do that. That's their humiliation ritual. And you can already tell who's in it and who's not really in it because Kel Mitchell did it a while back. But whenever he found out how Hollyweird really was, you know what I mean? Dan Schneider, he was a chomo. And notice that Kel Mitchell doesn't really do any comedy skits, you know, cross-dressing, none of the drag stuff. They do that to like demasculate hetero men, if you understand what I mean. But that Hollywood shit, man, it's just not nice. They just try to make it seem cool and whatever. And once you're famous, I'll be like, fuck that. I don't even want to be famous. I like the people that I talk to. Hey, I got my lady friend over here. She's the only person that matter. I don't give a fuck about none of those Hollyweird bitches. And you know what, though? I'm going to be honest with y'all. I done dated a few models and shit, and half of them were fucking gold diggers. And, oh, meet me in Vegas, girl. I ain't got that kind of fucking money. Fuck you, Susie. But anyways, yeah, I might leave that whore's I'm gonna leave her screen name in the description so y'all can blow this bitch up, and you know she could probably use y'all for money and stuff. But anyways, yeah, the ones that got this fucking model whatever Brooke Shields look, those are the ones that do most of the cheating, and they get away with it. You know what I mean? And once you break up with your bitch, you're not going to get no sympathy. They're going to be over there trying to hug that hoe, trying to see how she feels, all kinds of shit. And you're sitting there hurt like a motherfucker. You don't got nobody to come and hug and consult you. And that's why a lot of these men go on rampages and random shootings and killings, because they're tired. They're sick of these stupid ass contos, bitches and sluts playing games. And honestly, without their lips, they wouldn't even have an occupation. I'm going to just be honest with you. But that's just something that I wanted to talk about. Hopefully, you know, the people who were fans can actually do some real research on, you know, Tim and Dolly. And I remember seeing Tim Curry when I was a kid. This was like, I think this is like 93, if I'm not mistaken. And he was basically one of the famous faces from the Home Alone franchise, Home Alone 2 to be specific. And you know what I mean? And they go after people who really don't fuck with nobody. And now that Martin Lawrence is here to talk about it, and he got on his profile, he was like, hey, they tried to kill me. When he said they tried to kill me, everybody already knew what he was talking about. How does this worldwide, this man is internationally known. Martin Lawrence is known worldwide, but you know what I mean? He's even speaking in codes because evidently something had to happen in order for him to disappear from the limelight and only get 1,000 subscribers doing stand-up and only 30-something likes. But everybody knows him. This guy is a fucking icon. He's been in movies since we were knee-high to a fucking tater tot. You know what I mean? But I don't know what the fuck's going on, but you know, fuck being famous, fuck Hollywood, fuck the mainstream, keep it in your clique, fuck the outside. I'll be back with some more content, ninjas, and I think we got like a few more days to wait, brotherhood. Hell yeah, I'm gonna help y'all, and I don't know why I keep forgetting to send y'all the gear, but I guess I'm gonna have to, you know, edit it and post a regular video on it because, you know, it's gonna take too long to edit and explain everything. That's kind of why I wanted to go live, to show you guys like the practice gear, ring gear, the vintage jerseys, most tasteless, Carnival of Carnage, Ringmaster, the Riddle Box, Great Malenko, Rate the Shangri-La, and I'm probably just going to give them to a lot of people that are signing up. Y'all are new here, and like I said, I'll give you the fucking shirt on my back. Just be committed, and hopefully I hope we get to practice later today, because yesterday we killed it, but we didn't get to post anything. But the reason I've been absent is because we've really just been practicing nonstop, you know what I mean? And basically getting stuff from the academy. But whenever I upload this video, I'm probably just going to, I guess I'm going to tag just a handful of y'all. And I guess we'll go from there. But I just had to get that out of there, y'all. Pay attention, wake up. It's not what they, you know, it's not what we think that it is. Holy shit. I'll see y'all later, bros. Y'all take care.